Alright, going to do an oil change on a 2015 Honda Civic. Here's some of the equipment we're going to need for this oil change. We need maybe a light, a flathead screwdriver, 3/8 inch driver with a 17 millimeter socket, gloves. It requires 0W20 oil. We need an oil pan, place to put the oil container, and some rags to clean up any spills. First thing we got to do is get it up off the ground. So I got some ramps here. I'm going to line them up with the tires. And then I got to pull the car up on the ramps. Now that I got it up, just inspecting to make sure everything looks good, everything's secure, it's not going to fall on me while I'm doing this oil change. And I got to pop the hood. All right, first step in this process, we got to take the cap off of the engine here. It says 0W20, so that's the oil we're going to be putting in. We'll remove that, set it off to the side over here, and now we got to take the oil out from underneath. You can see I've placed some cardboard down here to help mitigate any spills we have, and unfortunately this vehicle has a covering under here, so we're going to have to take our screwdriver and remove this cover before we begin taking the oil out. So we gotta find all the little places. I've got a very small flathead screwdriver. These are Phillips head screws, but I find the flathead works the best. Alright, so we need to make sure we keep these somewhere we're not going to lose them. So I'm going to put these directly in the pan that covers it so that I don't lose these little screws. Alright, now I got my gloves on. I'm ready to get rid of the oil. First thing we need to do is get our drain pan under here. Locate the plug, which is right here. And got my 17 millimeter socket to loosen that out. And remember that it shoots out a little bit, so I'm a little further away so that I can catch all that oil. And gonna let it sit there and drain out for a few minutes. Here we go. So as you're unscrewing this, I'm going to go slowly and kind of put pressure, pushing it back in so it doesn't go flying out and into the drain pan. You also want to watch where the washer is. You can salvage that. And this vehicle's been going, so it's hot. I'm going to try to get it out without burning myself. There we go. Alright, so here's the drain plug. You can see the washer still on there. So I'm going to clean this off and inspect it, make sure it's still looking good. And then we'll put that back on once this all drains out. Alright, while that's draining out, I've got my new oil filter here. It's a 7317. I'm going to take a little bit of fresh oil and rub it around the gasket here to help it seal just a little bit better. So just get a little drop and we'll smear that around just to help the seal. And then once this is done dripping out, we'll get the old filter out and we'll put this guy in. All right, looks like it's about done dripping out, so I'm going to put the plug back in, tighten that up. Clean that off a bit. Get it a little tighter with the ratchet. Okay. Now we got to move the pan so that it's underneath where the filter is. Filter's right here. So we're going to try to remove that. Turn that clockwise. We might need to use our filter wrench to get it loose. Let's see how strong I am today. Yeah, let's try this. Okay. All right, now this is full of oil, very hot. Gloves help. Gonna let that dump into the pan here. And we'll throw this away. Old filter. And we'll put the new filter on. So this one, we'll just hand tighten it. Get it on there nice and snug. All right, let's see if we can get this plate put back in here. All right, time to put some oil in. We need 4.4 quarts. I got my funnel. Fill it up in there. I've got about a half a quart left in this one. So I need to put in about 4 quarts more and then we're all set. Put the cap back on. Nice and snug. And we're ready to go. Alright, after I do an oil change, I like to clean off my tools so they're clean for the next time. So I got a rag. Just going to wipe these down. Get any residual oil off. Get them ready for next time. Alright, now we got to reset the oil life, so I'm going to cycle through the right trip meter button here until it says oil life here. Oil life. And once I've got it on oil life, I'm going to hold it for 20 seconds until it flashes. So I'm pushing it in. Right now it says 15%. Oh, there we go. And then when I let it go, I'm going to hold it again for 10 seconds. And it should reset. There we go. Our last step in the whole oil change is disposing of the oil. So I'm going to take the oil from this pan. I got a funnel, putting it in a container. This oil pan's got a nice little spout. Dump it in there. And then I'll just bring this to a auto body shop or auto parts store to recycle it.